Oh, are you guys finding that you're smiling more?
Yes.
I swear, I feel like I'm smiling more. I haven't even had my NAD. Oh, Kathy, that looks good. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, Kay and Kathy and Kim and Jimmy and Lorna and Isa and Mark and Gina and Patricia and Jessica and Helena and Angel and Gina and Luann, Jackie. Anyway, just good morning, everybody, and everybody who's joining in. I will mute everybody in just a minute, but who's fired up? I just want to type, who's fired up?
Woohoo!
Right,
Woohoo!
let's do this. Yeah. Feel seriously, everybody do this time, right? Because don't you just feel different when you do that? Just moving your body, right? Just moving your body. I want to introduce Shannon Fagerlong. She is with me. She's in Mark Johnson's team. Hey. And she lives in Carlsbad, California. Nice place to live. She's a vet tech. And she called me last night and said, can I come hang with you for a little while? And I was like, ah. And you know what? This is the thing that I remember, you guys, and I'm going to mute everybody. And I am recording. Okay. So I'll just mute all. Thank you. I don't have my glasses on. And you can unmute afterwards. But I remember coming to Carlsbad when I started Life Manage as a family. And Carrie Dickey lived at the time in San Clemente, which is about 40-minute drive from there. And I called her and connected with her, and she picked me up, one of the times she picked me up at a hotel in San Clemente, but I connected with her and we did yoga together. And I went to a training at her house. I just wanted to be a part of the people and the culture. Go ahead and mute yourself if you're not muted. The culture and just being connected and just see what she did in her day-to-day life. And so, that's kind of what Shannon wanted to do. She's already run 3 miles and ran over here, and I finished a little meditation. And so we're having some coffee, and she's going to listen to the Carrie Dickey call with me. And Mondays are kind of a call day, right? So Mondays are our office days. I just know that in my head. And then I have my leaders call. But also be with my family at some point. So anyway, I just wanted to say that because I remember being that new person. I remember being able to wanting to grow and wanting to grow myself, and how am I going to do it? And this business is all about growing ourselves, right? We know that. And we got it this weekend, right? I mean, this weekend was the most sweaty eye weekend ever, for Life Vantage events. I just think it had so much heart and soul to it. More than, they all seem to be the best when I go to them, right? And I go, oh my gosh, that was the best one I've ever went to. But this one was so perfect because it really allowed people to be vulnerable and to speak their truth and to share their stories. And from a Master Pro 10, Lynette Cunningham, to, and that was very poignant, talking about what gets stuck here in the brain and how the thoughts we have, if we don't hijack or biohack those thoughts, they can limit our lives and live it the way we live our lives. So there's so much out there I want you all to share, but I definitely just wanted to, I'm just so honored to be on this path. And I just remember wanting to grow when I started, and I still want to grow. I have so much growing to do. And so these events help you connecting with other distributors, locking arms, being accountable with somebody, just staying in the connection now with your teams, with crossline teams, with, our Life Manage cousins, with whomever. And I just really want to put that out there for you. Okay. So stay connected and lock arms with people and really find how to connect with people to have an answer for them. In fact, Shannon, real quick, I want her to say something because she was just sharing with me a family member who was visiting last week and who doesn't know about our products. But now it's a perfect time for her to be able to reach out because of the connection she made. She didn't jump on her, but she's got a moral obligation now to call this lady and tell her.
Oh, about Becky. Okay.
Just real quick.
So my cousin Becky, haven't talked to her in probably like a decade. She's just an older cousin and hasn't made it to any of the family reunions. She has 4 children. Her and her husband live in Atlanta. So she's just farther away. Most of my family's in the Midwest. But we spent all day last Monday together, literally 1 week ago. And at family reunions, you don't really talk about stuff. And so it's the first time I've ever really talked to her, like as an adult and just like as 2 women, like in life kind of a thing. And it was spent all day and it was amazing. I knew as a kid that she had lupus at some point. So we talked about that a little bit, but it had been recently diagnosed instead as fibromyalgia. She doesn't show a lot of pain or, symptoms and stuff, at least. She's still pretty physically active. Also her 4 kids have, they all have, one has a kind of a behavioral problem of some sort, not really sure which, they don't know really what's going on, done all sorts of stuff. They've all suffered at some point, usually once they get into junior high, of some kind of depression. And her husband's mother committed suicide about a couple years ago, also from depression. So there was like a family history in there, and that just blew me away because I had no idea that she had been dealing with all of these things for the last, X amount of years. And it's just kind of been a very closed off family thing. So just her sharing all of that, I was like, oh my gosh. So she's been on my mind all week, trying to figure out, I know she just needs to hear this. I don't know if she'll be open to it or not. And she runs, she used to do tries. She's used to be very active, and she's kind of lost her sense of self a little bit. So I was waiting till after this weekend just to kind of get a little bit more info about all the things and just kind of get a little bit more focused, I guess, on things. And then I was going to reach out to her. Pretty much today was my thought was, just to see if she'd be willing to look at this, because I think this could really, just impact her hugely. And I haven't really met a lot of people. I've met a lot of people who need this, but just this is one that I think could really, especially with her kids and things like that. It's just so much pain that she shared. I was just so blown away by. So.
And it's almost like Taylor Worry's talk during Michelle and Sean Poe's leadership lunch. So I can't get you off my mind. I've been thinking so much about you since we talked at this family reunion. And I've got something that I think could really help you. Would you be open to learning about it? If people are not open, they're not open. It's not that you did anything wrong, right? Okay. So with that, I think that's awesome. And she dreamed last night.
Don't wait, because somebody else might share with her.
And that's what I'm thinking the whole time. I was like, literally, even before I knew Marisa stuff, I'm like, I'm getting a hold of Becky Monday. One, because I was just going to check on her, because she was like, oh, I need to go start running again, or I need to go do yoga. I need to do something for myself. So today I was going to text her, early in the morning. I'll do it when we're done here, and just be like, hey, what have you done for yourself today? If you didn't, go do this. So I was just going to start holding her accountable kind of every week so she has something to kind of motivate her with, because I know I lose motivation if I'm not being held accountable to somebody else, even with running and things like that. So I had to get up because I had to come meet her by 8. So I had to get myself up out of bed, which doesn't happen on Monday morning. So it's so I was going to start being kind of that cheerleader for her a little bit, even business aside. It was just going to be kind of that. So no, I definitely am going to talk to her.
Yep. Daily methods of operation are critically important to success. That's for sure. Accountability for sure. Good job. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay. So, who would like to, that hasn't shared before and has never, first time person who has never been to an elite academy, share some golden nuggets from what they took away? And Helena, you seem to be that person. I don't see anybody else.
Much fun. Always good to see you. So let me make this brief, but I think the first golden nugget was, wow, great community. And for support, I have so many, what is it? Things that I have to deal with in terms of the word is not coming, but I know that there's a community right here to back me up. I can grab the phone, send a text. I said, I need help. And I'm probably going to have too many answers than that I want. And it's real. That is what I'm, my first golden nuggets that I can really from this weekend. And everybody's so reachable, from the CEO to Taylor, corporate, everybody. And that is priceless to me, who needs someone who I may seem very assertive, but I have a lot of lack of confidence in certain areas. But I know that I have to push myself. I have to continue being in my out of my comfort zone, able to achieve certain things in this business. And I will need people like you to hold my hand at times, to probably not, yes, to make me feel accountable. And but yeah, it's the community. The rest, it's really the community that I'm taking out of this. People is just great, and the family too. I feel that I get people, it's true connection. Everybody that I have met so far, I have not met one phony.
It is, and
yeah, go ahead.
You're going in and out a little bit, Helena, but okay. I know you've got the feeling, as we all are feeling, and I know that you are trying to invite Dr. Brimhall is actually going to be speaking on Friday in your neck of the woods, and get on this today. Like, invite people to come take a look at this, and while you're thinking about them.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yes, but weekend was extraordinary. Thank you for each and every one of you that I've met. You made a difference in my life. You've been available. Oh. You are awesome, and I'm so blessed to be part of this community. Thank you.
Oh, we are blessed to have you. Thank you so much for saying yes. Yeah. Because you have the gifts. You have the gifts to make a difference in this world, and not make it about you, as all of us, not make it about us. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I'd love to see your faces. There's lots of people with no faces here. It's hard to connect, but if your video got turned off, it's because you were doing things that were a little distracting. So, okay. With that, I'm going to go to Mark. Sweaty Eye Mark probably gets the award for that. I don't know. I think we all earned lots of tears. But Mark, take it away. Share some golden nuggets, and then whoever wants to go next, please raise your hand or let me know.
So those that I'm not sure if anybody on this call has, but the one thing that was a great visual for me is, and of course, obviously we got to get more people to these events. You can't explain this to people. And even those people that zoomed in or watched it live or watched it on Facebook, it's just, as you all know, it's the feelings. I mean, and it's the meetings after the meetings, right? I mean, we were up till 12:30 on Friday night with Fred Graves, and it was you know how powerful Fred is. How do you get that? We had one-on-one with him for 45 minutes last night till 2 o'clock with Marilee. How do you say it? Markovit, whatever it is, you know what I mean? The short blonde, pretty lady, Pro 8 in Seattle. Those type of things, those type of connections, you just don't get those if you're not there, right? So it's important. I think it's really important to be there. But the big thing and I try to simplify this for people because, and it was such a great, what the pose did, you know, one person makes a difference in the power of the follow-up. I mean, the fact that if you chart this thing out, guys, 3 people is all you need to Pro 10. 3 people, just find 3 people that see this and want to do it and have them go out and get 10 customers, get 1,000 PV. Okay, that puts everybody on your chart at 1,000 PV. And you saw the duplication. I mean, she did 7 7 layers of 3. That's all. I mean, think about the power of that, guys. Fill that entire stadium can be filled with 7 layers of 3. And so it's not about building a huge organization. It's about helping 3 people help 3 people. And then passing that on. That's this business of duplication. So I thought it was tremendous what the Pose did, showing the power of the fact that Nikki didn't give up, and that Nikki, I mean, look at the difference the Pose have made in everybody's lives, so many lives, and not just their team and you know, the rest of the company, because Nikki didn't give up. So that was really powerful to me. And then of course, Tara, you know, using that example of the power of 3. So any rate, that was really big for me. So, you know, when you're thinking at whatever your goals and objectives are, just take it down, go find one person and help that person find 3. You know, work with that person to find 3. That's all this is, guys. It's 3 people helping them get 3, and then duplicating that and duplicating that and duplicating that. It's not going out and getting 1,000 people. It's just finding 3 people who want a better life, you know. So that was powerful for me. Of course, the doctors panel, oh my gosh. I don't know if I can even talk about it, but do we have great docs or what? I mean, the fact that it's so real. Huh? Oh, and I want to just tell, for those of you that weren't there in Orlando at Elite Academy, you know, that was, for me, that's the first time I really got to know or see the heart of Darren Jensen. You know, and for those of you that weren't there, Darren, they occasionally do this hero award. And there was a young man who got into LifeVantage. I don't remember the full story, but I believe he had only been in 2 or 3 months. He was, I think, hit Pro 3. He saw this as his way out in life. He wanted to be an elite, and he was going to go serve in Afghanistan and come back and be elite. That was his whole goal. You know, there's something in the air, the sweaty eye condition, you know, it just gets you, right? But anyway, he didn't come home. Darren couldn't talk. Darren tried to tell the story. He couldn't talk from stage. At any rate, he presented an elite pin to his mother. So it just shows the heart of the everybody in his company. And the doctors panel did that, and it's powerful. This is definitely a divinely inspired, divinely directed company. And we just have to share it. That's the bottom line. We just have to share it. And the last thing I want to share or bring up was really powerful. And I don't know if I've never heard him do it before or not, but it just made a really sense to me that, you know, we get so excited about this, we just want to vomit on people. And I love Taylor's thing at lunch, you know, put them all the way through the friend funnel first, make them a best friend, and then move them over into the LifeVantage funnel. So do that.
Absolutely.
Stay focused on that. So at any rate, love you guys.
Thank you. We love you too. Thank you for saying yes and for blessing so many lives. And because you said yes, she's here, Shannon, who you didn't even know. And that's the power. And when Michelle and Sean got up and did that, and when Tara did that, it was amazing. Okay, quickly, everybody, 1 or 2 minutes. We got a lot of people and some new people that are now wanting to engage. So Luann, stand by. I'll have you in a minute. I want to go to Isa. Isa, turn it over really quickly to your guests, okay?
Okay, yes. Good morning, everyone. I was so great seeing everyone this weekend. It was hugely impactful. We had a lot of new people on our team there, and I'd love to hear a couple of words from Wendy. If you can talk, I know Wendy's at work, and Jessica. Jessica, are you there? Can you unmute?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. So this is the first Elite Academy that I've been to. I joined LifeVantage in the end of June, beginning of July. And, you know, not just, I took so much away from it. It was positive, it was impactful, but just with life too, you know, learning to balance and be on the schedule and get there and listen and be present, and just the vibe. And the other thing too, like Brittany and Kylie and I were like, everyone in this company is so welcoming. Not one person that I made eye contact with did not introduce themselves like they did introduce themselves to me and not look away. Everyone is just positive, and this is totally what I was missing in my life. Like, you know, I know some people at the luncheon saw me, and I spoke about being an addict and struggling with addiction in my life. And, you know, just my entire life, I've always had issues with not feeling a part of. And this is something that I finally feel a part of. And it's like, it's so powerful, and I'm getting choked up, but these are like happy tears because, you know, mental illness is a huge issue that we have in this country. And I am someone who has been affected by it my entire life. And I finally feel just a part of, and I am forever grateful and just feel so welcome. So I just want everyone to know how being kind and smiling can really trickle down. The trickle down effect of this company is awesome. We are going to change the world. That's all I have this morning. Thank you.
Jessica, I love you. You are a leader. You're so beautiful.
Thank you, Jessica. Beautiful. Isa, anyone else?
Yeah, Wendy, are you able to talk? Are you able to share?
Are you there?
There she is.
I'm here. I'm actually driving illegally with my cell phone, but I just want to say, I don't think I can say anything that Jessica didn't just elaborate on. And she really inspired me when she stood up there and talked about her personal struggle. Jessica, I'm twice your age, and you are so inspirational. And like you said, everyone in this company just makes us feel a part of a family. Everyone I met, I'm just in awe. So blessed to be part of this team. Thank you, Angel, for dripping on me, and, you know, keep asking me. Inspirational. Had a great time. Looking forward to Cancun.
That's awesome. And thank you. Cancun and Global Convention in Vegas. There's only 2 people that have registered in my back office for that, besides me. So guys, get on it. And there's an early bird rate right now, and I think it expires today. It's a little more than normal because it's our global convention. That's why. Okay. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go to Luann real quick, please. Luann. Luann was introduced to this business by Jackie and Jackie Shore, and she is a whirlwind and a nurse practitioner and just really passionate. So it's fun to see you. Fun to see you now in an environment where you can really flow with what you're trying to do, because I feel like you've been held back for a little while. And so how was this Elite Academy different for you, Luann?
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. This was probably, I think, around my 6th Elite Academy. So far, I don't think I've missed any. But guys, this business has really perplexed me. I mean, I'm a healthcare provider, and these products are rock star, and I have been struggling since last May, like a year and a half, to figure out how do we share this with people. And I have to tell you, Lynette on stage, like making those calls, I don't really have a fear of making calls. My fear is, what am I saying when I make those calls? And it has taken me this long to really figure out I'm the messenger, and I am giving a message that's really important. And I have to tell you, watching the Elite Pro 10s up on stage, whoever it was that presented, you need to be a leader. An influencer is a leader. So I'm thinking now, how am I leading my distributors and people who I've now, gotten to come into the business? And the follow-up, that was a really big take-home for me too. But I have to tell you, I'm combining a fabulous YouTube, and everybody's going to probably find themselves in some kind of an educational tool that this amazing company is providing for us, because there are literally thousands of them. But my tool right now is Tara Wilson, and she does a fabulous YouTube that's about the invite. And that just resonated with me. Taking that, and now up to my 6th Elite Academy, everything that I've been pulling in it's finally making sense to me. I feel I want to pick up the phone. I don't even think I'm going to be able to stop myself. I want to put myself out there and invite people, let them know that I'm starting a global healthcare business. And while I'm looking for customers and I'm looking for business partners and I'm looking for referrals, who do you know? And I hope that you will consider supporting me. Like, that's what Tara Wilson's video is all about. I finally know what to say to people when I pick up the phone. And it's interesting that Tara says she's never made a cold call, like never. Because as she's going through her list of people, she's saying to them, who do you know? Well, then they know somebody. Well, then she's calling them. Then that's not a cold call. She's got an in, and she's just growing and growing her list that way. That was what did it for me, along with, I mean, that tiny little piece. I think everybody has to find their tiny little piece wherever you are and run with it. So it's really making my journey, because this is such a journey. It's such, and Marisa, I'll never forget when you told me when we first met each other, oh my, you said, you are in for such personal growth. This is going to be such a wonderful journey. And damn if you weren't so right. I mean, I'm just really grateful for these elite academies. I agree with Mark. Everybody needs to get there. We need to work so hard to get people there because everyone's at a different spot. And I feel like the light was just turned on for me, and I'm so grateful and excited. So thanks for letting me talk.
I love that, Luann. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Take that feeling, take that growth, and let it shine. Launch it. Keep going. Keep going. I love seeing this about you. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Oh, and the humbleness that I'm seeing in you, the shift is big. It's big.
Hey, yay.
So thank you. So with that, Danny, where'd you go? There you are. It says Patty Hammond. So you're with Patty. Oh, the Canadian angels, my Canadian angels. Hi, Patty. Hi, Danny. Take it away. We've got just a couple more minutes before the Carrie Dickey call.
Okay. Yeah, we're still here. We took a day vacation because we're, Canadians in the cold landlocked. So I guess I'll go first. I want to, the events are amazing. And some people had talked on the community, but I want to say some of you know, some of you don't. I've just recently gone through a separation. I literally moved out Wednesday and got on the plane Thursday to come to this event. And this is the best thing I could have done. The people are so, I couldn't have been in a better place. 5,000 positive people, all caring, all my friends, and the love and the support I received was absolutely amazing. So I love this business. I love these products. I swear to God, I wouldn't have gotten through these last few months without them. But also to know that you have this kind of support in this community is even greater than that. And I love you all, and I'm so happy to be a part of this, and I appreciate all your support. So LifeVantage is a big circle of things. It's nutrigenomics, it's product, it's support, it's team, it's friendships for life. So thank you. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, no, I'll just quickly say, we are totally blessing lives out there by sharing this information, these products with people. But gosh, are we not blessing lives by being a community too? And I've been part of this company, and so is Danny, for 6 years, and we're here forever. Anyway, love you all. I know it's 9 o'clock, so thank you, Marisa. Oh, I hear.
Are we good? Somebody's clicking away, doesn't have themselves.
Sorry. We are so blessed, aren't we, guys? What a gift we have. And these events are just, if you think this was amazing, Cancun, a Destination Elite Academy, that's going to be just flipping epic. Someone texted me last night, real quick, we're going to wrap this up. Someone texted me real quick, a distributor, and said, I need your opinion when they said, can we, hey, you will not believe what I just heard. It literally has me at the end of my seat. Do you have 10 minutes Monday or Tuesday? If that does not resonate with your personality, then don't do it. I think this is what if that resonates with Brandon Cunningham's personality, then do it. If that's your kind of personality you have and signal you have, do that. But if it's not and it doesn't feel good in your heart, don't do it that way. Do your invite the way you are you. And that's the most important part. And if you're struggling with that, that's where you go to somebody in your upline and you get coached. And that's what it is. It's an invite, one person at a time, unique to that person, not a cookie cutter invite approach. Sorry. There's examples and you can build from those, and there's ideas and you can build from those, but you've got to look at the person in front of you and how can you bless and help that person, right? Okay. Because that didn't resonate with me. It didn't sound right for my personality, but I can throw some excitement in a text and emojis and say, oh my God, we got to get together. I just came back from a convention and I am blown away by something. I gave someone that I got together with yesterday, my childhood friend who lives here in Carlsbad, came over. I gave her 4-day supply of NAD. She's already on Vitality Stack. It's changed her life. So I'm like, you need to report back to me, right? I gave her a hand cream because she's been such a great customer. So I love those hand creams, you guys. Those hand creams are great gifts for people. All right, I love you all. Get on the Carrie Dickey call. See you soon. Thank you for sharing. Sorry we didn't get everybody.